Elon is now implying that he may not step down as the head of Twitter, even though people voted yes that he should step down, and Elon did say, I will abide by the results of this poll. But here's what just happened. First, Tesla stock didn't really do much. The market was down, so actually Tesla stock did great today, but nowhere near as great as most people thought it would. And after the poll closed, Elon literally did not tweet anything. He did retweet someone else's tweet, like this one right here. This is the next part of Twitter files, and he retweeted this about SpaceX. And then, ooh, things started changing. First, it is likely to be strategic that Elon did not comment at all during the trading hours. Maybe he was just busy, maybe it was strategic, we don't know for sure, but it looks like it was strategic. Elon has replied to this tweet, hey Elon Musk, it's unwise to run a poll like this when you are now deep state enemy number one. They have the biggest bot army on Twitter. They have 100,000 analysts with 30 to 40 accounts each, all voting against you. Let's clean up and then run this poll again. The majority has faith in you. And it continues, I'm hoping that Elon did this poll as a honeypot to catch all the deep state bots. The data set for this poll will contain most of them. Some good data mining, and he could kill them all in one go. Elon replies with, interesting. Not a specific commitment, but it doesn't look like it's going to be over just yet, because there's more. Blue subscribers should be the only ones that can vote in policy-related polls. We actually have skin in the game, to which Elon replied, good point, Twitter will make that change. Was this poll a trap for bots? I personally would be of an opinion that it would be unlikely. Let's go back to the Trump poll. I think Elon would have already done all of the cleaning of the bots using polls before, and I don't think this would have been the main purpose of this new poll, not anymore. It could be maybe one of the side benefits, but I don't think it would have been the main reason for the poll. However, this right here is where matters are extremely ambiguous right now. So only the people with Twitter Blue should be able to vote in future polls that have anything to do with policy changes. But is Elon Musk saying we should redo this last poll as well? Or is this going to apply only to the polls going forward? That here is extremely ambiguous, and you can spin it either way you want, and it would be acceptable to many people, I think, to redo the poll given this reasoning. But if Elon does that, I think so many people will now see anything that Elon does, or any poll he runs, or anything that he says, and then if the result is not what he wants, then everyone will say, oh, he will just find a way around it. He will find another excuse. He will find another reason. Oh, another trap. Now all of the polls where people can vote, you actually have to have your valid ID. So Twitter Blue is not enough anymore. You also have to have your valid ID. Otherwise, if it's, for example, a political poll, how do we know you are a real person? So there would be no end to this, even though it sounds fairly reasonable that only Twitter Blue users would be able to vote because they are literally paying to keep Twitter alive. Also, the difference between yes and no is fairly sizable. It is 15%. I mean, if it was within 1%, within 2%, maybe even within 5%. Yeah, okay, maybe a more fair of an argument. But because Elon specifically stated, I will abide by the results of this poll. If you look at people that dislike Elon, anytime people do a poll, they'll feel like Elon is cheating the system. And you could even argue that because the poll was not announced in advance, that let's say it was not announced 2 weeks before it started, that many people did not hear about it, so therefore it is not valid. Another argument, we should only allow people in the United States to vote, for example. Or the poll did not last long enough. It should last for maybe a week because it's a big decision, so it did not last enough, so it should last for a whole week. If it lasted for a whole week but not enough people voted, then we should redo the poll again. There's no end to somewhat reasonable reasons that you can add to a whole list to redo the poll again. If you are setting up the election and you don't like the result, I mean, you set up the election. You can set it up any way you would like. So already the setup is in favor of you by default because you are the one who is setting up the election, literally. And that would be the number one reason why it would be such a bad look on Elon, unfortunately. When it comes to Tesla stock, where are we in this cycle right now? I am in this relief phase where I am seeing something that I believe is super cheap. And I was getting not happy that I will not be able to buy Tesla stock at extremely cheap prices going forward if Tesla stock just keeps going up, and that I will need to start looking for another investment. Luckily, that didn't happen. So I am in the roughly relief stage right now personally. It doesn't mean that the stock is going to go up though, not at all. I just can't wait what Dan Ives is going to say tomorrow about Elon potentially not abiding by the results of the poll. Here's one of the weirdest pictures I have ever seen. Is he grabbing Elon by his hand, literally? And then look at this guy. Saying, what are you doing, man? But the funniest part about this picture is, look at Elon's head. It's almost like Elon is ready to punch this guy. But you certainly wouldn't suspect that just by looking at Elon's face. Elon looks happy, although very tired. Looks can be misleading. And look at this color right here. Ooh, that is nice. That's going to sell some more cars. You know it. I know it. It's gonna happen. But don't get yourself excited just yet. The Fed is moving historically fast to tame the inflation. As you can see, we are raising rates at an unprecedented rate, faster than even 1983, 1988. Elon said, wow, worse than 1999, which is when we had the dot-com crash, and Elon has PTSD from that time as well as 2008. Recession PTSD, that is. But this is what mostly matters for Zad is saying, ignore everything else. Earnings to me matter the most. But there are many other things that are also important. Like, for example, this right here. Dear Tesla shareholders, I understand that you may be feeling a bit concerned about the current stock price of $150. However, I want to assure you that the future is still bright for our company. All of this, of course, is written by ChatGPT, by artificial intelligence. This is not a real person writing this. Looks a little bit concerning. I mean, is AI now smarter than Gordon Johnson? I mean, it's plausible. And here's some more good news. Deutsche Bank analysts maintain a buy rating and a $355 per share price target on Tesla. It is best placed to face any softness in macro conditions based on its best cost structure, superior margins, and often demonstrated operational nimbleness and flexibility. Every day, we learn something new about Tesla stock. You see, Tesla stock has flexibility. Other stocks may look pretty, but do they have the flexibility? Other stocks, no, they do not have it. That's why they look jealous. And these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.